Long ago in Ziladopia, there lived a small city called Ina.
Audio Jungle.
This city, this is where the riches and the wealth of the country is located. But on this
Audio
fateful
Jungle.
day, everything changes.
Audio Jungle.
What's good, people? It's Lex here, and as you can see, today's video is different from our usual video because today's video is a Photoshop battle between me and a big artist from India. So let's first roll the intro and then I'm gonna introduce and tell you more about this battle. Roll the intro, please. I said roll the intro. Yo, Selena.
Sure, rolling the intro.
So welcome back, guys, but let's not waste any time and let's get into the introduction. So we have the first participant, which name is Animesh. He's a talented artist from India, and with his awesome skills he has been able to build and engage all his social media page, both his Instagram and YouTube page. And here is artwork, as you can see. And we have the second participant, which is Dex Production. As you all know, I am the owner of this channel and also the host for this battle. I'm a digital artist from Nigeria and I have over 5 years of experience with Photoshop. Here are my artworks, as you can see, and I hope you all enjoy this video. So now that we've seen our participant, now let's go see our judge. I try my best to get the best judge for this video and I was happy I did too. So our first judge is gonna be Navideo Artwork, and for you all that are familiar with me and also my Photoshop battle series, you will know that Navideo Artwork has judged one of my videos, me and CNP. So I'm having him again on this episode because he's one of the best judge and also he has the eye for good designs. So next we have one of my teachers. He taught me and also enlightened me more on how to go about my artwork and also how to execute them in a proper way. And I know most of you might have been wondering what's behind this guy's design and more. He's the one behind my design, but let's not talk too much. We have the person of Mr. Michael. So lastly, we have a special person, a teacher, and Adobe Juniors. If you have been watching a series, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about because he is one of the best and one of the biggest designer out there, even here in Nigeria. So we have the person of EKD. So as you can see, I try to make this challenge as big as possible, and that's why I have to get big judges to come and judge our artwork. So now that we've known our judges and then we've known the participants, let's go view our stock images. So as you all know, the theme is Apocalypse. So we both gather 10 stock images each, which makes it 20 total, and the plan is to make something in Apocalypse theme with the images, and the images are also according to Apocalypse theme. So now that we viewed our stock images, let's go check our rules and then we get straight into it. So the rules are simple. All images given must be included in our artwork. We can't use any other images except from the images given. Our artwork must be 4:5 ratio. We can use our pre-installed brush and overlay pack. Lastly, our artwork must be made in Photoshop and Camera Raw only. So with all that being said, let's fire up Photoshop and make the dream come true.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, Annie this side. First of all, thank you so much Paul for inviting me to this edit race. So I will start by reviewing your artwork first. Your concept is fantastic. I really admire the color palette you choose. It beautifully conveys a sense of nuclear explosion, giving it strong apocalyptic vibes. The highlights you painted looks impressive, and the atmospheric mood is on spot. However, there is a couple of things you could improve. The flying objects will look more dynamic if you add some motion blur to it, and the back building should have less contrast to enhance depth. Apart from that, everyone else looks great. You did an amazing job, bro. Keep it up. Now, about my piece, my aim was to create a hazy background with atmospheric perspective in mind, while also telling a story through the artwork. I focused on creating a clear separation between the front and the background buildings to enhance depth. I really enjoyed working on this piece and I'm quite happy with the results. That's all from my side.
So, as you all can see, we both artwork were amazing. But firstly, let me start with Anime's artwork. Speaking of Anime's artwork, I love how we use the composition and also how we use the images in its artwork. I love how we maintain the distance and also how we added the fog and the haze to the backdrop, and I also love how we place the fire and also the boat guys. It's amazing. But one thing that I think you might improve on is him adding glow to his artwork, because we have a fire burning behind the car, so there's supposed to be a glow in between the fire and the car, so to separate the car from the fire. And also the rocks at the front, they are not realistic, so if he works on that, and he will get a perfect artwork. But well done, bro. So speaking of my artwork, I really don't have much to say about this, but this was inspired by a movie, The Last of Us. I know most of us know the movie. So this was inspired by the movie, and what was in my mind was to create the house, some building breaking in far distance, and also is and a destroyed city, and but I was happy with what I ended up with. But one thing I find out that is not like perfect in this artwork are the books floating. I'm not supposed to add them that way, but I don't know why I added it. So, but overall, I love how I ended up with, and so let's go hear from the judge, and I'm gonna get back to you.
Well, first of all, thank you, Paul, for inviting me as a judge. Actually, you both were great. About anime artworks, it's pretty clean and well cooked. The colors, the perspective are awesome, and I do love the clarity and those rim lights on the main character. Also, the contrast between the background and the subject is amazing. I wish just he kept the highlights on the rocks and the car. I think it would make it much better. And considering the distance and that hazy atmosphere in the far distance, I wish he also add some haze to those guys. Definitely it would make it more epic and better. But in total, everything looks great, and I'll give him about 70 of 100 actually. Yeah. Great job, buddy. And about Paul's piece, yeah, definitely you are great, bro. The contrast matter and lightning are great. I love how you manage the environment considering the distance, and it really makes me feel seen better. Also, the highlights are great, but I think they can be even more better. And about those books, actually, personally, I don't really like how they looks like, and I think that motion blur is kind of too much. Yeah. Anyway, great job, buddy. You did kill it, bro. So, after all, it's interesting to me to see how close you both ended up with, and it's really hard to say which one is better. But I guess I'll give Paul's artworks about 65 of 100 with all respect. And yeah, thank you guys again for having me in this great competition. Have a great day. Till then.
Well done, Paul. Well done, Animation. The great job you both have put into this. I would first like to thank you for having me on this to get to critique your works and give comments on them. I'd like to first start with Paul's design. I must say, there's so much intentionality put into the work. You really paid attention to details, ensure that there's a proper lighting on in all of your elements. Well done. That's really commendable. However, I would like to say that there are some details that are not well placed. Some of the elements are not. I would have said you can do without them. Like one of the buildings, almost looking like it's floating in the air, and right beside the book by the left. That's the one I'm referring to. I like the way you eventually made your building look very taller, and it's looking almost the same way, like it's a whole image. Well done. However, I don't see the placement of the book looking very okay. You worked really well with your distance. I could feel the guy and the dog very up close, and every other thing with the haze gave this depth to the background. Well done. Yeah, I think for Animesh, I would say that there could be more room for lighting. I really don't feel so much going on around them right on the ground. Yeah, you paid attention to some of the details in the design. The background looks realistic, except for the guys who are far away. For me, I would say every other thing looks okay, and then the car, yeah, the car is not looking well positioned. It's not looking at the car to the house. It's not looking so much like it is what it should be. But really, you have done so well. Your background looks quite realistic, and it would have worked if you had more ease on that. But really, I must commend you. Well done. Okay, so if I would evaluate your works for both of you, I would give Paul a 70, and I'll give Animesh, I'll be giving you I should give you a 70, but because of some of the details that are missing there, I'll give you 68. Well done, guys. Out of 100. So well done, guys. You both did amazingly well. Keep it up. Thank you for having me.
We're so sorry, due to some challenges we can't have our final judge reaction, but we will be uploading the winner later once we get the judge reaction. And thanks for staying till this part of the video, and we wish you a happy week. And also you can vote for the best artwork in Out Community tab. Peace out.